G'day guys, my name is CJ. Welcome to another video. Now I love slide wallets. My main everyday carry wallet for the last 6 years or so has been this guy, the Secrid leather wallet. It's simple, compact, and super elegant and still works really well. But I also love Aussie made products because who doesn't love supporting companies from your own country? This guy is the smart slide wallet from Karakoram 2. Weird name, but super interesting product straight from the land down under. Let's take a look. So let's first get one thing out of the way. Karakoram 2 is actually named after the second highest mountain just after Mount Everest, also known as K2. And the company says they're so inspired by K2 that, I quote, their wallets are destined to reach an epitome of mighty wonder that stands out effortlessly. I'm not really sure what they're trying to say with that, or just marketing mumbo jumbo to say that they make high quality products. But instead of saying the full name Karakoram, let's just call them K2. So with that out of the way, let's talk the Smart Slide wallet. It's a slightly tweaked take on the slim slide or pop-out wallet design. It's not groundbreaking, it's not a super unique design, but that's also not to say that it isn't a good looking little package. Now at the heart of the wallet is a metal chamber with a slide mechanism that looks and feels very familiar. Eerily similar to the hardware you also get in a Secrid wallet. So familiar in fact that it was probably sourced from the same factory, looking at it close enough. Now that's not to say it's a bad thing because I love my Secrid wallet and it has one of the most solid and reliable slide mechanisms I've used in any wallet. So if it does come from the same factory and you get similar performance from this wallet, then that can only be a good thing. But we'll get to that soon. Where it actually makes its own mark is on the outside. So tightly wrapping around the metal chamber is a sustainably sourced full grain leather sandwich, which is tightly stitched and glued on with an extra Rfid protected outer pocket on one side and a little elastic money band on the other, kind of like an X to Senate. Now I've got the black version, which looks very smart, but it also comes in brown and blue colors too, if that suits you more. Which color would you prefer? Let me know in the comments section below. Holding it in the hand, the wallet edges do seem to almost cut into the palm, and I think it's primarily due to the way that they've stitched the two sides together, right at the apex of each side. So what you end up getting is this little pointy protrusion poking out on the sides, giving it a slightly wider footprint than say the Secrid wallet or even the X to Senate, just by a few millimeters. Now it doesn't seem like much, but it does ultimately make a tangible difference in my opinion. It would have been really nice to see the leather actually wrap around and curve around the sides without this little protrusion and just make it that little bit sleeker. Maybe with version 2, hey? That being said, the leather feels and smells really high quality with a supple but sturdy feel. Even after using it non-stop for the last month, it's held up reasonably well with only a few small scuffs, and it's even starting to slowly develop a unique patina, like most leather goods usually would, giving it a unique look tailored depending on your lifestyle. Now where I have concerns about how durable this wallet will be comes down to the glue that they've used to actually stick these two pieces of leather together. Now as you can see, there is an element of adhesive that they've put on the edges there. Now I can actually see at one of the edges towards where the mechanism is, presumably because that's where it cops quite a lot of friction. Some of the glue has actually already started coming away and you can see a little flap starting to come away right at the edges there. It's not a major deal and it doesn't actually lead to any detrimental effects to using this wallet, but if it's already starting to wear out on these little edges there, then I wonder how long the actual wallet is going to last in a long-term sort of basis. Now that being said, I often throw the wallet either into my rear or side pockets in my jeans, and so despite sitting my big fat behind on it, overall the stitching has stuck solidly without any real signs of coming loose. Nor has the glue sticking the leather onto the chamber looked like softening or coming loose either, and despite this little flap down at the bottom here, the unit has remained on the whole solid. We do have to keep an eye on that little flap. Now speaking of loose, the diagonal elastic money strap provides just enough tension to even keep just a single money bill secure whilst also not being too tight. So it's good to store a little bit of loose change, so long as you still live in an economy that uses cash and hasn't been phased out for contactless payments thanks to a certain pandemic. Functionally speaking though, Karakoram seems to think it can hold up to 9 or maybe 10 cards. The website is a little inconsistent or confusing. They state the main chamber can fit up to 7 cards, with the outer pocket fitting up to 3. But last time I checked, 7 plus 3 equals 10 and not 9. In any case, maths aside, if you're someone that has a combination of debit and credit cards of a typical thickness, you'd be pretty hard pressed to fit 7 cards in the main chamber unless all your cards are super slim. Now for me, with the right combination, I can fit at most 5 cards in the main chamber, but typically 4 and not much more. And even then it ends up being a bit of a tight squeeze and makes using the slide mechanism a little stiff. With the right number of cards though, 4 in my case, the mechanism works well with a nice smooth slide and no hints of any squeaks. The cards slide up evenly and makes it easy to visualize each individual one. Now just on the way you use the slide mechanism, and I think it plays into why part of the adhesive and the glue has started coming away from the wallet, is just the way that it's been wrapped around the chamber. So compared to the Secrid, you can actually see that the trigger is fully exposed and it's quite easy to hook your little finger or your thumb onto it to open it. With the Smart Slide 2, the leather actually has a little bit of overhang to where the trigger is, and you end up having to, I guess, almost rub part of your finger along the edges and then down, and then it catches onto the trigger. And I feel that this constant friction pulls this little bit of adhesive away, but also too, it makes it just a little bit harder to use this little trigger. I mean, the actual motion of using the trigger itself is quite easy and smooth, but it's actually just finding the right spot to anchor it on and use the trigger itself that is a little bit more difficult with this one compared to something like the Secrid. Now the rating of up to 3 cards on the outer pocket also seems pretty optimistic. Straight out of the box, this front pocket is really tight and I've only used 1 card with it and I felt that was probably enough. I'm sure if you really needed it to, you'd be able to stretch the leather out to fit 1 or 2 more cards, but I wouldn't. Plus it works best as the pocket to store the most important card in the pile. Something like your driver's license or most commonly used bank card. And because of that, I reckon 1 card is best. For the minimalist out there who only wants to bring the essentials, the Smart Slide will fit more than enough. Plus, as mentioned before, the front pocket is RFID protected too, so rest assured you're not going to be getting skimmed. But overall, the Smart Slide retails for 79 Aussie dollars, and for that price, you are still getting a pretty nice Aussie-made, elegant looking and feeling wallet. It is ultimately cheaper than the equivalent leather Secrid or the extra Senate wallet, while still being made of nice premium sustainable materials. So on balance, I still think it's a pretty decent addition to the EDC arsenal. So if you're interested, links will be in the description below. But what do you think of the K2 Smart Slide? Is it a little too similar to the Secrid? Let us know why or why not in the comments section below. Hit me up in the socials too. Thanks for watching guys, give us a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course ding the bell icon whilst you're at it. Stay safe guys, and of course, say good day to your mum for me. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.